everybody, my name is Jamie Marvin and I am the pasteurization coordinator here at the Milk Bank, and I also happen to be a working and pumping mom and a donor all at the same time. So today we're just going to take a couple quick minutes to show you how to properly take apart your pump parts and how to wash them. So I have here just kind of a couple different displays of different pump parts. Some of them come apart into more pieces than others. So right here is the Medela style pump parts, and those tend to be pretty common around, so I just wanted to demonstrate that. And this is a different kind of valve, but this comes in the Amida, so I definitely wanted to show the different membranes. So we'll get a nice close-up of those. And I have a Spectra pump, and I love my Spectra pump. It's nice and quiet and very efficient. So I'm going to show you how I take apart every little piece and wash it. The first thing I like to do is I like to wash everything in a bucket because some of the pieces are really small and I don't want to risk them going into the drain. So I have a bucket of hot water here, and I make sure that I take everything apart. And my flange doesn't come all the way apart. Mine is one solid piece, but some of them come apart. And then another important thing is to make sure you take the white part out of the membrane out of the valve, because you want to make sure every nook and cranny gets nice and clean. So we're just going to put it into our bucket of hot water, and I just have hot water with a gentle soap. Typically Dawn is what I use, and I just kind of let it soak in there and just using my fingers. Sometimes I use a brush when I'm at home, but when I'm at work I just use my fingers and make sure I get everything nice and soapy. Get them in there. Make sure we get the bottle really well too. I typically pour my milk into a bag when I'm done, so I always wash my bottle after I pump with it. And get my extra pieces washed. And where's my little white guy? I lost him. See, that's why I use the bucket, everybody. You did lose it. You and the red spark. There it is. Make sure I get that washed. And then just rinse it. And that is that. That is how I wash my pump part. And just make sure you take apart every little piece and you'll have happy pumping days. A tip for drying is just kind of let them, I flip it over and let most of the big drops come out, and then I'll flip it right side up, and so it will air dry the rest of the way. And that's just personal preference. I don't like to use any towels so that no fibers get in there. So that's, again, just personal preference. And just a few happy reminders: make sure that your hands have been clean and washed before you're washing your pump parts, and also make sure your breasts are clean before you start pumping, since it is summertime and we can get sweaty. Thanks for taking a few minutes out of your day to watch our little video on how to properly wash your pump parts. You can find us on Facebook and at themilkbank.org, and happy pumping!